Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is MadhuSoni welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Room. Very warm welcome, Masters, and thank you so much for joining. Without further ado, let us first give a gratitude to the Masters. Let us pray to them and let us ask and pray for their blessings. So, divine greetings, Masters, and a very warm welcome to each and every one. We are very, very blessed and grateful to all the divine beings, to all the masters from all the realms, kingdom, world, to all the ascended masters, Param Guru Mandali masters, Saptrishi Mandal masters, to all the Siddhas, teachers, healers, gurus, and mentors. And we are also very grateful to our great grandmaster, Pitamaha Brahmarishi Subhash Patri sir, Mahavatar Babaji, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Father Universe, Sun, Moon, and constellations. Dear Masters, thank you so much for helping us and guiding us, and also helping us safeguard our spiritual journey, keeping us under protection and their guidance. So, Masters, as you all know, that we are here today to read about Patriji's answers, the book review that we are going to do. But before that, let us also pray to the Masters to help us, give us this abundant wisdom and knowledge that they had. May we also get the same. May we also get connected to their consciousness. May we follow our soul plan and purpose and fulfill the same, and also fulfill our soul journeys and life journeys. With that, we are requesting our masters and praying to them to always help us and guide us and also keep us on the right path. We ask our masters to help us know our soul plan, purpose, and also what is our truth, why we are here, why we have incarnated, and why we have to take this journey forward. What is the real reason, the truth about us, and also may we get authentic with ourselves and also with others. So keep us under your protection, your blessing, and your grace, Masters. And thank you to all the meditators, Masters who are present here. Thank you for sharing your precious time, space, and energy, Masters. Lots and lots of gratitude to you. Thank you so much. So, as you all know, Masters, we will be now reading about Patriji's answers. This is the book that we are going to read. And this book has been written by uh, basically Brahma Rishi Patri sir. And it is a spiritual science series, book one. And it is also the person who has written, this book. It is basically a, summary of um, what all Patriji's answers are there and what all can we understand, right? So I'm gonna share the screen in few minutes. So today we are going to read about teaching meditation to children, or you know, so meditation for children is the chapter name. So this is how it looks, Masters. This is where Patri sir is sitting, and meditation for children. That is what he is saying. Okay, one second, and here I'm gonna first connect myself to the Zoom session. So I'm gonna share the screen. I started sharing the screen at this time, and yeah, okay. So here it is, Masters. This is where we are going to read about, you know, meditation for children. So he says we should train ourselves, we should train our children, we should train our friends into this knowledge that never entertain disastrous thoughts in the mind, right? So that is what he says, that we should train ourselves, we should train our children, We should train our friends into this knowledge that never entertain disastrous thoughts in the mind. So, what we need to inculcate in everyone, in our friends or our family or anybody or even in our children, that we should never entertain disastrous thoughts in the mind, right? So, here it is, masters. And now the second page is page number 75. Yeah, page number 75. So he says, this is Patri sir, masters, and this is where Patri sir has this question. Do children need to start meditation early in life? Patriji says, when I was a child, I missed doing meditation. I did not realize what I wanted at that time, right? What I wanted at that time. But now I know all children miss doing meditation. We can't afford that. Meditation gives everything to the child. So he says that earlier, when he was a child, he missed doing meditation and he did not realize what he wanted at that time. But now I know all children miss doing meditation. So when you are actually, you know, doing meditation now, how many of you feel that yes, the masters or anybody who is present here, you feel like doing meditation, or when you started doing meditation, you must have felt, oh my God, for so long, why didn't I do meditation? I would have cured myself long back. And this is so, so blissful, right? I felt it, that was my feeling that I found a treasure chest, I found a treasure box, and this is the Pandora's box. Through meditation, I found so many things, my happiness, my joy, my like peace, I felt that. So that is where, the next question comes. Do children need to start meditation early in life? Oh, sorry, we have already done that. So, should a child observe his or her breath in meditation? The next question. So, Patriji says if a child is less than 10 years old, ask, ask them to just close their eyes. If the child is more 10 years or older, ask them to observe their breathing. Then you will see wonder. So, meaning if a child is, less than 10 years, you should just let them or tell them to close their eyes. But if the child is more than 10 years, older than 10 years, then we should ask them to observe their breathing. And then you will see wonders. So this is so, so beautiful that Patriji is saying how to go about with children meditation. What should we do? And how should we do? And how should children sit into meditation? Another question is, tell us more about teaching meditation to children. So Patriji says when you teach meditation to children, they immediately absorb it like a sponge. In fact, teaching meditation to children is the easiest thing, whereas it is very difficult to teach adults. So just imagine, masters, it is so, so beautiful that he is saying that it is very difficult to, teach meditation to adults, but it is not difficult to teach meditation to everyone, the children, right? So that is what, 1 second, masters. And then the next question will go on to the next page. Yes. So sharing page number 76 now. Are you able to see, masters? Yeah. So here he says, how can we teach meditation to our children? So Patriji says, you don't need to teach them meditation in the same way as adults. Just ask the child to close their eyes for the duration suitable for their age. For example, for a child who is 5 years old, you have to tell him or her to close their eyes for 5 minutes. That's enough for them. So he says that any meditation that you are teaching to children, what you have to tell them is like how we have learned earlier. If they are 10 years or less, then you can just tell them to close their eyes. But if they are 10 years and older, you can just tell them to observe their breath, right? But here he says, for example, if a child is for 5 years old, you can tell them to just close their eyes for 5 minutes, and that is enough for them. Another question is, why is it very easy to teach meditation to kids? So he says, Patriji says, children do not need big meditation processes. They just need to close their eyes for 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Children have active third eyes, unlike adults whose third eyes are closed. So in the Bible, it is said that until you become a child, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. Like how most of the time we say, if you are a child, like if you want to enter the kingdom of God, you have to be a child. Meaning, what does it mean? So here he says children are already in the kingdom of God. You don't have to push them there. But you should just play some nice music and ask them to close their eyes. They don't have to bother about observing their breath. After they open their eyes, as the third eye is already active, they will tell you all their experiences. Meaning, when you have your, you know, when you are meditating, what happens, so we open our third eye slowly, steadily, right? But with children, their third eye is always open. Basically, when they are children, the third eye is very active, right? So, but he says to put some music and let the children close their eyes, and they do not even need to bother about observing their breath. So after they open their eyes, as their third eye is already active, they will tell you all their experiences. So they are so pure. Like that is why Patri sir says that be like the child and you enter the kingdom of God. So what is the kingdom of God? In the kingdom of God, everyone is very pure hearted, very simple. They are not complicated. And people who are pure, of pure mind and heart, what happens to them? They will very simply tell you about what is happening. With child also, with children also, what happens? When you ask a child what happened, they will tell you each and every detail. But with adults, if you go and ask what happened, they will just shy about it and they will try to hide it or be fake about it, right? So that is why they say, even in the Bible, that if you want to enter the kingdom of God, be like the child or become like a child or become a child. What does it mean? It does not say that you have to become a child, but you have to be very truthful, very trustworthy, and be very simple, not complicated. Very simple and complicated. And that is the truth that will shine forth when you are totally transparent with everyone, when you are totally authentic with with your own self and others also, right? So, and when the third eye of the child opens, what happens? They instantly tell you all their experiences. They don't hide. And that is what they are saying. So, now another question is, how can we make our children happy? So, Patriji says, children who practice meditation regularly are always very happy. As a child grows up and becomes a teenager, what are the problems they will face? And how can they deal with them? So, Patriji says, as a child, children who practice meditation regularly are always very happy. That is what we tell every day, right? So, as a child who grows up and becomes a teenager, what are the problems that they will face and how to deal with them? Patriji says, when children becomes teenagers, their parents aren't the only problems for them. Society as a whole becomes a big problem for them. There is a whole range. There's a whole range of additional problems. So they need more meditation right from childhood in order to attain enough energy by this time to deal with those problems. So not only basically, when Patriji is saying about this question, how to, when the children grows up and they become teenager, what are the problems they will face and how they can deal. So Patriji says when children become teenagers, their parents are not the only problem that for them. Society in general or society as a whole is also a big problem for them. There is a whole range of additional problems also. And so for that, they need more meditation. And when you are doing more meditation right from childhood time, so what happens in order to attain enough energy by this time to deal with those problems. So what happens when you're a teenager? You eat anything you want, you feel like eating more junk food, you don't like hearing everyone, listening to everyone, you don't want to be put in front of society or family or people who are coming in your home, and you want to just hide because your body structure is changing, your mind is developing. It is not in the childhood stage anymore. It is not like, it is definitely in the teenager state, but actually it is in the middle of youth, and then you're also a teenager at that time. Slowly you're becoming an adult, but at that time that youth stage is also there. So you face lot of challenges. The face changes, body changes, the voice changes. Many things have changed for the teenager. And that is why what is happening? The growth spurts are happening. And for that growth spurt also, and to release yourself from all these challenges and problems, you need to have more energy. What does it tell you? That means it tells us that whatever we are doing in our lives, we need to have more energy to keep up with the demands of the everyday life, of the everyday work criteria, everyday family problems, everyday whatever we have in our lives. We, not only the teenagers, but we also have the same thing going on. Certain pressures of society are felt on each and every individual, but also the teenager also can be feeling the same thing, maybe much more than that, because at this time we are much more confident, or we are like, okay, it's okay, this is life, right? We have become like that. But for many other people, for many other children, they become anxious, they become very how to say, they become very conscious. And that is also one of the case that they need more meditation to get out of all those confusions and problems. So now, Patriji, sorry, the question, another one is, what does meditation give children? Meditation gives energy, he says, intelligence, balance in life, whatever your name. So, whatever your name is, or um, whatever you name, everything needs energy. So, meditation, what does it do? Meditation gives you energy, it gives you intelligence, it gives you balance in life, it heals you, right? It gives you lot many things. It's not only this, but there are so many things. Then, will our principles change based on our age? So, Patriji says, nature is very important for children, for teens, for you, for me, for everybody. Principles of truth don't vary from childhood or teenage or adulthood or old age. So, what he says, nature is very important for children, even for teens, even for you and me, for everybody. We need nature. Okay. So, will our principles change based on our age? Principles of truth don't vary from childhood to teenage. So, if you are talking about truth, truth never changes. If truth changes, meaning if even you add a single one to the truth, meaning that truth will not remain the truth. Or if you omit something from that truth, even a single, a minus one also, if you do that, that truth will not remain the truth. Truth has to be said the way it was said, in the way it was said, in the like whatever was the main criteria of that truth, you have to say that. So that is what uh, the truth won't change. So they are universal, irrespective of your age, caste, sex, culture. So truth will never change, or truth never changes, respective of, irrespective of your situation, your place, your sex, culture, caste, whatever it is, even your age. It does not matter. The truth remains the truth. Another question he says is, please talk more about controlling children. So Patriji says we should control ourselves, we should not control others. So Khalil Gibran has written a very wonderful book. I had this book, I still have it. I think it's down like somewhere. I've kept it. Let me see. Let me check. But I'll show you later on. So there's a beautiful book that Khalil Gibran master has written for children. Anyhow, so he says we should control ourselves. We should not control others. Khalil Gibran said, your children are not your children. They come through you, but not from you. We think they come from us, but they only come through us. They select us. You must understand the whole concept of birth. before they were born here, they were already adult souls in the higher world. They have simply come here to experience another lifetime. They are adult souls taking up young bodies. Unless you know this spiritual science, you cannot become a spiritual parent. So, this is where he says that you should not control children because they are much more in that higher state, awareness state. They are much more conscious than us, and they are of that higher souls that they have wanted to come to. Like, as I always tell you, that like many souls are there waiting to get born. Why? Because they need those parents who are into spiritual science, meditation, who are awakened souls, and the mothers of these souls, basically the mothers who are having these spiritual journey going on for them, learning knowledge. What is happening, masters? They are actually portals for these children, for the higher souls. So what happens when they are coming from the higher worlds? These children, when the souls that are coming, they come, they will only come when they see that the mother is awakened one, or the mother has learned something about the spiritual journey, or she had some spiritual knowledge to it, right? So some spiritual knowledge that she has will actually help. If they are trying, if anybody who is trying to become a parent, for them it is very, very important. If you want a higher level, a genius soul from the higher realms, if that soul is coming, why they are coming, masters? They are coming to uplift this planet Earth, to uplift humanity, to uplift ourselves, right? So what is happening? They are actually coming here to not only uplift this Mother Earth and the energies, but also the consciousness, to awaken everyone on this planet Earth. And so we now need some souls of from the higher realms who come onto Mother Earth through the portals of Mother's womb. And what are those portals? People who are meditating, people who are learning soul lessons, people who are learning soul wisdom. For them, this is very, very important because they are deemed as the portals of all those children, meaning the children use the mothers as portals for them to come onto planet Earth, right? So if you are not a spiritual parent, you won't know what the spiritual science is. So for the children that have come now, it is very, very important to help inculcate that wisdom, the soul wisdom. Now he says, someone is asking, how can we teach anything to children? So Patriji says, you teach them by being an example to them. Children don't listen to what you say, they learn by seeing what you do. So, how many of you must have felt that, whenever we, teach our kids something, it is very difficult for them uh, to make them sit and study or teach. But when you do certain things, they will look at it and they will very quickly grasp it. So, the best way to teach people will be to sit into meditation and also doing it in front of them, and also trying to tell them you also do it, right? So that is what, anything that you want to teach, you also need to do it for children, right? Even during the childhood days, what happens? We are also feeling the same thing, that when our child were born, what was happening? We also felt the same thing. We felt that uh, even us, like small small things we have to teach our children, because we have taught them ABCD, or the vowels, voice, everything, right? How did we, like, how we were we able to do all those things? Because we knew that somebody needs to teach, and so we started doing that, right? We also learned with them, and that is how they read and get wisdomful very soon, very quickly. The very quick teaching would be when you are swinging, okay, or when you're biking. So once you have learned how to bike, how to you know uh, use the pedals for the bicycle, one time you can learn that, and then for the whole life you won't forget, right? And same goes for many other things. So once you teach a child, they will remember that. but it will only come through you because you are the teacher, first parent, meaning the parents are the first teachers, and they are the first gurus, right? So, anyhow, another question is there any difference between spiritual parents and non spiritual parents? So, Patriji says there is a huge difference between spiritual parents and non spiritual parents. With a non spiritual parent, the home can feel like hell. But with a spiritual parent, the home can feel like heaven. And you know the reason why? As you are meditating, you can understand, yes, you have a certain kind of understanding. Maybe they don't have it, right? But if you are a spiritual parent, if you are meditating and you have attained that spiritual knowledge, you have gained that, and you can actually easily explain to your children, right? So that is also very, very important, masters. 1 second. Um, did Okay, 1 second. Yeah. Oh no, not this one. I was sharing the window, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is it. So now, um, when we are reading, is it possible for a child soul to be more advanced spiritually than a parent soul? So here Patriji is answering. Is it possible for a child soul to be more advanced spiritually than a parent soul? Patri sir says, yes, 99% of the time that is the case. Children are more spiritually advanced than their parents. Parents think they are going to train their children, when in fact it is the children who will train the parents. For example, in the case of Prahlad and Hiranyakashyap, who was more enlightened? Prahlad, right? Hiranyakashyap was a great Rakshasa, but Prahlad was a great master. Hiranyakashyap wanted to control Prahlad, but Prahlad did not allow him to do so. So it's very straightforward, masters. Like, yes, the children who are born through us, they are much more awakened, they know much more than us, and we are not to teach them, but they will teach us one day. And certain times they become your eyes, in the world, because they are seeing, they are learning. And even you must have done the same thing for your parents. You must have taught them something or helped them to learn something. One day will come, maybe at this time our children are not listening to us, but I bet you, masters, I'm also like smiling in a funny way though, but also understanding that one day it will come that they will actually understand us and they will help us, because they know they will actually have that understanding coming into them. So but because they are watching you continuously, they're watching you what you're doing. So more than you teaching them verbally, it would be you teaching them by what you are doing, and they are watching, right? So that is what will happen. Anyhow, so another question, should parents learn from their children? So Patriji says parents have to understand that they are not superior to their children and that they have to learn from them. Your children are not your property and they are your teachers. This is because it has been a while since you took on a physical body to come here. While they have arrived recently, which means they have greater and updated versions of knowledge, so you must learn from them. So what have happened when you came? Definitely you were into eons away from, like, in the past. Basically, you were born in the past. The future generation that has come, they have born recently. They have come here recently. So now we should not think that they are our property. Definitely we might be, mothers might be portals to birth the children. But what happens? They are going to be our teachers. We were teachers for our parents. Now our children will be our teachers, right? So this goes on. This is because it has been a while since you took on a physical body to come here. So we have already taken birth. We are here. But after us came our children. So they are updated versions of knowledge and we should learn from them. Another question is, what should be given to a child? So don't give your love to the child, give meditation to the child. Music, nature, playtime, and meditation are very important. Give children what they want and not what you want. So he also says, don't give love to your child. But I would say be in that energy of love rather than giving and receiving. How about maintaining that love, maintaining that frequency of love, and understanding that when we are talking with somebody around us, what do? We speak so nicely, softly. But when it comes the chance of our family, when we come home, we just shed all our, covers and then our mask, and then we come straight forward to the point and we just start talking either very rudely or maybe we say like all that transparency comes forth, uh, and outside in the outside world we are basically in that translucent way, right? But when we are in front of our family or children, we can become rude, we can, because we don't need to put a cover or a mask in front of our family because they know us, right? But certain times, I would say maintaining that frequency of love and understanding that forgiveness is very much required, loving is very much required, keeping your communication very pure and clean is also very, very important. During the teenager time, every child goes through growth spurts. Okay, so every child goes through growth spurts, and that time their body is very much in that growing stage where they are not able to understand what is happening with them, and that is also one of the major problem, that they don't want to face society, they don't want to they by themselves feel very, very different, and so they feel alienated basically. And on top of that, we demand the time from them, we push them and we say, you are not sitting nowadays with us, you are not talking with us anymore, and you why are you irritated, and all those questions. But their body is going through a lot of changes in the form of growth, and hormonal changes are also happening, and that also can be, just imagine, when we are going through, any woman who is going through the premenopause and the postmenopause, and also during this time, what happens because of the hormonal changes, even men, they also go into the hormonal changes, and what happens, lot of irritation is there, right? Angst, that is also there. So if that same thing is happening to them, where they are actually putting their feet into the growth spurt time, and that time it's like the body is basically, having a rush of hormones coming through, you're so much stressed, and then you're also given stress of learning subjects, lot of things are going on. So that is very, very difficult for a teenager mind, teenager body, teenager, the way of, they are so excited they can eat anything and still their body will be supple and thin. But with us, if we eat anything, we will be like fat in no time, and or even, even air will also feed us, I would say. Anyhow, so now another question is, okay, yeah, we have read this, right? So give them what they want, not what you want, right? That's what his last statement is. Another last page, I think, Master, this is the last page from this chapter. I actually had written 70, 4 to 76, I think, but this is the end of this chapter. So now let me enlarge this. Okay. So he says, how can I make my child read books? Patriji says, don't be overly worried about your children. Worry about yourself first. When you keep reading books in front of your children, they will also start. They will ask, what are you reading? You may reply, I'm reading something about astral travel. Then immediately they will be curious and ask, what is astral travel? Inch by inch, they will come towards you. They won't make quantum jumps toward you, but they will come. It is very rare to find a child who doesn't follow their parents. So just imagine what you're doing, masters, at this time. And you are doing something very great in front of your children, and maybe that will also change them one day. I'm very hopeful and I'm very, very happy that yes, we might be the ones who will change our children in no time, but just have some patience, okay? Even I need to. So, with that, Masters, we are at the end of this chapter today. This was about me teaching or meditation for children, actually. The name is like that. Okay, one second. Let me leave from this so that, yeah, okay. So this was about the chapter today. So I hope you all found a lot of answers. The burning questions that you had for your family or children, basically children, we have answered lot many questions. Any questions that you might have, please go ahead, ask me, or just put your questions. If possible, I will try to answer. Otherwise, we'll say, Patri sir, please give us some guidance. So with that, masters, I'm taking a pause. Anyone has anything to share, speak, please raise your hand, and then we can go into meditation. Yeah. Yes, Rani ji. Go ahead.
Madhuji, thank you so much for the
Thank you.
class.
Hmm.
I coincidentally I was just reading in the evening
Wow.
something which is very interesting that
Mhm.
why spiritual grounding is important, right? Whatever you do, whether you hate, whether you love,
Yeah,
uh, if you have a spiritual grounding, how it turns your consciousness, like you can hate the situation, but you cannot hate the person. Something like that. It was very philosophical. Um,
that's what. So that
like
yesterday,
people
I
cannot
think.
be categorized
Yeah.
as per your feeling towards them. Yes, the moment can be categorized as a non-judgmental kind of attitude. And you continued by adding that, like, do not judge not judge, but do not ask the question again from the kids, like, why you're not spending time with me? You're not the same. And I'm guilty of
No,
doing
I'm
that.
also I'm also guilty, but that's what
So, but
I
this
I
was very, very important thing which you compared was what if when the woman goes through the period cycle or perimenopausal, the hormonals are so many, it's creating a havoc, right? And even your husbands cannot understand that, forget about the kids. So if the kids are going through that, being a mom, if I don't understand that, then it's a shame. That's what I think. So this helped me a lot.
even this that is what I'm saying. Earlier, this was like I was thinking why they are behaving like that, and why. In even I also understood like how hard, like how much hard time I must have given to my own mom at that time. I remember certain things. On a drop of a hat, I would be like very angry with her. You just ruined my thing, you just did that. One time I had painted something. I was into painting, drawing, and sketching. So I made a very nature, like I was into nature. So I used to make, draw and paint landscapes. So I made very beautiful forest, and I had the chart paper, like how in India the chart paper comes, and I drew on that. So it was so beautiful that my mom actually kept it on the wall. One time we had this Diwali paint going on, and she tried to took it out and it tore just out of nothing, whatever, or ego, whatever you can say. I said, now you tore it, right? I'm not going to paint from that day. I gave her such hard time, and I am like, I ask for forgiveness all the time, but I now say, oh my God, what she must have felt, how much drama, I used to do it, so much drama for just, and just to have her feel guilty about that, just to make her feel guilty. But later on, I like did not give a damn.
Sorry.
Yeah, nothing, And now, and for many a times, I wanted to paint, I wanted to do stuff, but I could not. So I remembered those days when actually the divine actually made me feel, realize what
Hmm.
you have said. Now go with it, now go through that. So it's like as soon as some like I say something, God says tat. I do tit. God says tat. Tit for tat. So like that. Anyhow, another thing is I felt this understanding came to me later in my life.
Hmm.
Not only, but it's like, we all have must have ruined that time, for our children and even for ourselves by arguing. And so the understanding comes very late. Why? But that is what the learning is all about. Now I am in a very different mindset. And or if I compare it from last year, this like even 5 to 6 months, I have changed a lot. I really, really have changed very much regards to my daughter, who is a college going kid, right? Who is going into college. She completed first year. But that's what I'm saying. It is like definitely not easy. Everyone has their own journey. So I would say take your own journey. You will come to that understanding. So don't feel guilty because we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
So even your mother, my mother, or anybody's mother, they must have done the same thing with their children. Some people are so sweet, and I don't know how they can. I feel like some people are so sweet. And in our house, it's so transparent, we don't talk like, we are not into that people pleasing kind of thing. And what do I say? I'm just opening everything. The point is, when I hear my in-laws house, they seem so sweet, and it is like very difficult for me. I can't do that, you know they speak very sweetly though, and I cannot do that. It's not my cup of tea, but maybe you guys feel so
You
good
don't
about me.
find it sweet, right? Even though they speak sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't say anything. Thank you so much.
But yeah, and also but thank you. So yes, spiritual grounding is a must. The first question that you had,
Yes, yes.
the spiritual grounding is very, very important. So why I was just taking the two things that Rani ji has asked, because those also need some clarity to be given to people, general people who will be listening to this video later on. So it's not only that we are meditators or we are on the spiritual journey, so we are not facing. No, we are also facing same things as normal people also. But after that, because we are going through the spiritual journey, we are understanding with that wisdom. We accept it, we surrender to that. We are not continuing with that same scenario with same things and just getting stuck there. Now we have the tendency to change ourselves, to change what needs to be changed in our lives, to accept our faults, to accept that yes, I was triggered and I need to change myself. Acceptance is the bigger part. That is also the main criteria for the spiritual grounding. That is very, very important. So as soon as you see there's something happening in your life or in our life, what do we do? Earlier, we might be like, okay, she's not talking to me or he's not talking to me. I'm also not going to talk to them. Let them talk. If they are egoist, I am the bigger ego master, something like that, right? But now, what are we thinking? How many of you will just go and change something? With understanding from the last class yesterday, what we did from Maktu, we are going to now radiate that love, be in that love energy, holding that frequency, and whatever triggers are happening, understanding from our triggers. Okay, this is where I was triggered, why I was triggered, because something was hurting me or something that I need to accept. I am going to accept, and that is the time that we are going to jump quantum jumps and change the timeline. Once we change the timeline, that means you are onto that ascension path. That means now there are different test papers or different question sheet, and now you will fill that
Different
question paper.
challenges,
Different challenges,
different
yeah.
obstacles which you have to deal with.
Yeah, another thing, but
Another mountain to climb.
yeah, so life is full
That's
of,
what we've been doing, right? All our life.
yeah, but then now what happened? Earlier it was very difficult for you, but now you are practicing every day. That
Like a
okay,
new
every day.
chapter. Yeah,
Yeah, every day,
correct.
like basically somebody is throwing darts at you and you just need to save yourself. That's it.
Yeah,
But now you have practiced. You
very
have
true.
the art of saving yourself from all these difficult challenges. So
Very
now
true.
difficulty is not the challenge anymore. It's just the movement, how to steer clear of all those darts. And hey, I missed it. Hey, yeah, you missed it. Or you cannot do this to me anymore. So that is why another point that she raised was that yeah, you can, like yesterday also I said the same thing. You can hate me however you want, how much you want, but you cannot ignore me. So a very beautiful example and very hilarious indeed. So many a times when I'm recording the videos and then posting it, so there is one person who does that, every time he would or she would, I would say he would, or maybe they are she, I don't know. But at least I feel that they go through all my videos, and then whenever there is something very good in that video, they will dislike it, they will dislike it. Yeah,
Why?
it's just imagine. So earlier, for first time, second time, I felt very bad. I felt okay, maybe I need to do something good, and this and that. So I was always reading and doing stuff, but then understood why they are doing. I actually um I was trying to understand their mindset. What makes them do that? Because maybe they are jealous that I'm able to do that, that they are not able to do it. Or I am speaking something very good, that they are very, very, like they are hating me for that, because they are not able to do that. Now, the second point is, either I can just appreciate for what they are doing, or because they are also making me work more, practice more, be more confident. So I am getting there because of them.
Mm.
Okay, so I see it in this way. Second thing that I see is that, okay, you saw me. Hey, you saw me, you read me, you saw
You
the whole
cannot
video.
ignore me.
You saw the whole video. So thank you so much that you saw me, and then finally you disliked it. So that means I am actually triggering you. That means you need that change in yourself. That means, you know, you can hate me, but you cannot ignore me. And that is what you are obsessed with, that you really need to listen to me. That means there is something, some work is going on, that light work is going on, which is I'm doing behind my back also, where I'm not present in the present for you, but
Mm,
you were seeing me through that video. So
mm.
now just see how beautiful I try to see. Meaning, it's okay, it doesn't bother me anymore now. You know why? Because I know what I am doing. Because I know who I am. Because I know what I am doing with that person also, whoever it is, big or small, wherever they are, in whichever country, whichever place, whichever corner. But I know you cannot hate me. Or if you are hating me,
You cannot
wonderful.
ignore me.
You cannot ignore. You're not able to ignore me. You cannot control that obsession, meaning you are ready and liable to see me. Without seeing, you cannot dislike it. So when you dislike someone, that means you also say that yes, you are giving the right to someone else to dislike you. That is also one thing, right? So that is the way to see. If somebody pushes your pins, pokes you, you say, hey, you can hate me, but you cannot ignore me. So I do that with my husband sometimes. When he's angry, I said, okay, you can do as much as you want. Then I calm. Actually, earlier I would be very angry. My in-law would be saying, one needs to calm down. One needs, if somebody's angry, you calm down. I like, what the hell? I can't do that, right? I really can't do that. Even my mom would be saying. But then now I understand the old people's mentality, meaning not the old people, the mature thing, to even get to understand that. We were not in that mindset earlier, but now, if they are getting angry, we just need to show our sweet face. Just smile and make them more angry. Any
Sometimes it does.
That's very, very mischievous of me, but anyhow, let's put that and see. Definitely, it will be much easier, so that we are not we are not getting triggered. Now we are actually enjoying our state. This is what the spiritual grounding is all about: to understanding ourselves, to be there with our own things, and that is very, very important. But thank you so much, Rani ji, for pinning that question.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yes, Sheelam ji, go ahead now. Thank you.
Yeah, Atma Vandan to all. It's a
Sorry.
really beautiful chapter today, and I just wanted to contribute from my side.
Go
The
ahead.
thing is, what I felt was, for me, I think I got a lot of influence from my mother. Though we were four kids, I think I was the one who followed her more on the spiritual path whenever she went for satsang, anything.
Correct.
So that was always in my mind, and I always wanted to know, like, all these questions: why I have come to this world, what is my purpose, and all that. But then I also realized that in pregnancy, how the mother's mind is influences a child a lot. If the
Correct.
mother is very spiritual, I think the children born are very peaceful and happy.
Yes.
But then during the childhood, it needs further guidance of the parental this thing, which I think I missed because of my profession.
Yeah.
But as a child, my daughter was born 2 months before my MD exam. But she was such a peaceful child, she never cried. So it was
Wow.
not at all difficult for me to study. So
Wow.
same way when she delivered her child, first pregnancy, she was very peaceful. She studied Sai Charitra and all that. That child, everybody adored on the child. He used to just smile and attract everyone.
Wow.
But then her life became more and more challenging with the stress of marriage, stress of because she got married very young. So
Yeah.
second pregnancy, she was not that, no. So second child gave her a pretty tough time, and she like you said, she would get more angry because she's irritating. She was trying to crave her attention. Now, as a teenager, she's giving such a tough time because when she craved for their mother, she never bothered. Now, when she wants the child doesn't want her.
Yes,
Like you rightly said, I'm not interested to talk to you. I've got my things to do.
yeah.
So I think what we sow, we reap as time goes, which
As
we
we saw,
don't
yeah.
realize.
But the point is, another thing is, one thing that I saw in the story that you told me just now, for
Mm.
everyone, that see, when she was learning Sai Charitra and so, the child was so peaceful and everyone dotes on that child.
Yeah,
Just imagine the spiritual mother. She is a spiritual mother basically because of you, and you because of your mother. Now you are all coming from the spiritual lineage basically also. Now your daughter also holds that energy. But now this child that came into your daughter's womb was
yeah.
the one who had a soul plan that I need to have a mother to be a spiritual mother, but I'm gonna give her hard time to test her patience because she's a spiritual mother. So whenever a spiritual being, a spiritual person who are becoming parents, so it's also their testing times. This was her testing time to control her anger, to get ascending into another part of her life, basically, to be into ascension. And that was her ascension. So when she gave birth to this daughter, when she started growing up, so how beautiful can she hold her anger? How beautifully can she let go of things, forgive, and all those things? So maybe forgiveness was her criteria to learn in this lifetime, and also patience, and also many other things to maintain that peace, to maintain that grounding energy. So maybe if that helps, just let your daughter know. Maybe this is why
But
this is
she's not in a phase to understand me, Madhuji. She's now, if I say anything, yeah, you don't understand what I'm going through, then I just keep quiet because I'm here and she's there. She always says, I don't understand.
acceptance.
Why?
Acceptance is the way to
Uh,
go.
but
Acceptance.
I think it's a time that she will realize later.
Yeah, and
You
if
know,
not in this lifetime, maybe some other lifetime, but she has to
the,
learn. This was her lesson, and the child has come here to teach her that lesson.
and,
When one thing that I understand from this is even in my life, so I have two kids, right? Both of them are a girl. My elder one, when she came, I started reading Bhagavad Gita,
mm,
the main Gita, right? So, all those main points, how Bhagavad Gita has been, what you have come here with empty-handed, you will go empty-handed, right? So nothing is yours, and you are basically all alone. You have come alone, you will go alone. All that main topics or points. Now, when my younger one was getting born, I was into Hanuman Chalisa. I was into a lot of other things, into learning about angels and guides and many other things. She automatically meditates. She automatically talks about Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. But Archangel Michael is the one thing that she always speaks about. The point is, elder one does not meditate, younger one meditates. But the understanding that both of them has, it's very like commendable. It's the elder one is more compassionate, younger one is too, but she is more peaceful. Elder is not that peaceful, but she will be she understands everyone very well, and that is what I'm like, I am learning so much from them. But also it did not come very easy for me. I also had a lot of arguments with my elder one, but then slowly I understood that why this is happening. Maybe this is the time that I need to accept. Okay, I have to let her do her stuff. I cannot interfere. So, with this spiritual journey or the spiritual journey that we are taking together at this time, Shilamji, me, you, or anybody else who is coming and doing meditation, and we are talking about this, what is happening? We are actually learning so much. We don't even know. But from past 2 years from you, when you have come, just imagine how far you must have come from that time till now. Everyone, even me, even you, even Rani ji, or anybody, Sonal ji, everyone. So, but thank you so much, Shilam ji.
but
So,
your mind opens much more when you hear other people's life and why it happens. Because till then you'll keep asking why. For
Yeah.
example, one of the spiritual person was saying, from my childhood, I've been very sort of fearful and hatred in my heart. And I didn't know, and even after marriage, it continued the same. Later, to look back, her parents constantly fought. And that, I think that shouting, yelling has all put fear in her heart that she has never been able to come out of it.
Who?
Or, no, one of the
That's one of
spiritual
them.
aspects,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yes, yes,
Whereas
definitely.
for us, my both parents or in-laws were so loving. They've never fought in front of us, never raised their voice. We thought life is only love, to tell you frankly. And so when somebody shouts or fights, it's hard for me to accept because I've not grown up that way, you know.
Yeah, that is
So
what
we
that is
don't
what
realize as
happened.
parents how much it affects our children, our moods, our anger.
I know.
And it makes a
That is
lot of
what.
difference to
That's
have the
what because
spiritual upbringing.
we have that is why I say certain times, because of not understanding all these things, we have ruined a small
Children's
section
life.
of our children's life. But
Yeah, very
because
true.
now we are understanding, at least we can give them the, but certain damages have already been done. We cannot
Yeah,
go
very
back
true.
and try to, but yeah, we can just accept our faults, and we can just accept, okay, yes, it was our mistake.
Mm.
But if they would like to, they will actually come back to us. But it's very difficult, it's not easy. So I'm not saying that, uh, just making them realize that, okay, they should not always become very disrespectful, or at least respect everyone.
Mm.
Whatever has been taught, at least grab onto that and be respectful, whoever it is. They both are respectful, but certain times it's the attitude that matters. So anyway, but we learned a lot from this chapter today. So anyhow, masters, thank you so much, Sheelamji. Let's go into meditation, masters. So today I'm gonna do 30 minutes meditation at least, or let's see. We already are out of you know 10 more minutes time. So anyway, let's go and sit in a relaxed, comfortable posture. Take your position, masters. Close your eyes, clasp your hands and fingers, and be with your breath one by one. Drink some water, first of all, masters, and then one by one, take control of how you're sitting. Let yourself be free from any judgment, any thoughts that you are coming because of the discussion. Let us now slowly and steadily come back to ourselves. Let us focus on our breath, inwards and outwards. Bring your whole focus, concentration on your third eye and also on your nostril. Breathe in deeply, masters. So, as we are breathing in, breathing out, as Patriji says, if you are 10 years or younger, you just need to close your eyes. But if you are 10 years or older, you just need to observe your breath. And so we all are adults, we all are matured individuals. We are much more than 10. So at this time, according to your age, you can try to keep yourself in meditation by concentrating and observing your breath. So concentrate on your third eye and observe your breath, how it comes in and how it goes out. Be very safe and secure at this time. Let each and every breath come into you very peacefully, blissfully. With each and every breath, you feel very blissful, very peaceful, and calm. Every breath makes us feel so much calm and peaceful. Every breath puts us in a relaxed, comfortable energy. So, as you are going inwards, masters, Take your time to relax your body, to sit into the deeper states of meditation. Let each and every breath be your guide, masters. Let each and every breath take our time. Let us go inwards. Let us enjoy the earlier states before we go into the deeper states. Every breath puts us into deep meditative states. Every breath heals us, rejuvenates us.
You want to publish your book?
Relax your body from head to toe, masters. Let go of any stress or tension that you are still holding. Come back to your normal, natural, easy, free-flowing breath. Let your facial expressions relax. Let your jaws relax. Let your tongue relax. And as you are relaxing, breathe in through your spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Let your spine feel the alignment of the cosmic energy coming down straight from the cosmos into your Sahasrara, that is your crown chakra. And as it enters your spine, from the crown, it goes deep inside the Sushumna chakra, the Ida and Pingala that revolves around the Sushumna. They hold so much potential. One is related to action and action-based work. The other is related to emotions, to our desires. But when you hold these two, the Ida and Pingala, the yin and the yang, the central column, known as the spinal column, it activates the cerebrospinal fluid in the channel, in the Sushumna channel, and the energy rises up. That is why we need to control our inhibitions, emotions, actions, and let's see what happens with the central canal's energy or with the cerebrospinal fluid in your Sushumna chakra. That is your Kundalini Shakti. Let that energy rise up as you meditate daily. So for a person who is 20 years old, should meditate 20 minutes. For a person who is they should meditate for 30 or 40 minutes. For a person who is 60 years old, they should meditate for 1 hour. But for people who have some disease or they need healing, you should just double the amount of your age. So take your time. Relax your shoulders, your hands and arms. Relax your body. Take a deep in breath. Inhale from your nostril and bring it inside into your body, into your cells. And as you release this breath, you are trying to ground your energies with Mother Earth. Nothing is difficult. Nothing is intentional. But this is your journey that you have taken, you have planned. And nothing happens without a reason. So take your time to be with yourself. Grounding your energy, sitting up straight, very flexible, very comfortable. Now let us go deep and more deep into meditation. Let go of your name, fame, identity, your losses, your gain, trauma, pain, and only remember to observe your breath and to go within deeper and more deeper into the zero state. My dear masters, now very slowly, let us all come back and return into our body consciousness. Very slowly, let us take our time. Let us give gratitude to each other, to the masters, meditators, and all those people who have been helping us in our journey, be it the antagonist or the protagonist. You are the hero of your own. But at this time, the journey that you take, the journey that you took is of great importance. This is your journey to know about your own self, to be with oneself. Let each and every breath be your guide, masters. Slowly, unclasp your hands and fingers. And very slowly, straighten up your spine, your neck, and your head, masters. And whenever you feel ready and comfortable, keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, masters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And very slowly, you may all come back and give thanks and gratitude to each and every masters. Thank you so much, masters. Thank you. Hug yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Masters, so we can end the session now. I'm going to close the session at this time. So tomorrow again we will be meeting. So thank you so much, gratitude, masters. Any questions, if anybody has, or any experience that you want to share, you can share, masters, if you want to, if you have any questions. If not, then we can end the session, everyone.
Thank you, Madhuji. It was a very, very peaceful and deep meditation today. It was
Thank
really
you.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheelamji. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was like I did not want to come out, but time has.
Same here for today. I felt the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. So we'll end the session today. We'll have your questions and answers answered tomorrow, if that is okay with you. Okay, let's end the session. Thank you so much, everyone. See you tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.